Hello and welcome to the Candy channel where I help other people to align with sweet messages from the divine. So today, if anybody has any messages, please post them below. And the subject topic that I'm going to use today to talk about, and you can write anything in your post, but are the 3 secrets to align to true wealth. So the number one thing to align with true wealth is to, I want to make sure everybody's on that's supposed to be here. So number one thing to align with true wealth is to take inventory. So take inventory in your life of what you already have. Hello, Angela. Yay, she's here. So the number one thing to align to true wealth, again, is to take inventory. What is currently in your life that you consider abundant? For me, I have 2 children. I honestly don't think that there's anything that I can think of that brings me more joy than my 2 children. So that would be number 1, and number 2 on my abundance scale is my daughter, number 1, my son, number 2, and not that in that order of love. The next thing to take for me personally is health. You know, when you have great health and you have a lot of finances, great finances, I bet you most people would trade in their great finances for feeling good, being able to get out of bed and to live their life each and every day. So number 3 on my list would be health. So you can continue to go through your list, whatever your list would be, the relationships that I have, my friendships, the love I have in my life. Like those would all be abundance features and aligning to wealth. So today I give you a little challenge to make your list. And I challenge you to make a list of 50 things that help you to feel abundant. It could be your bed. You know, there's nothing like sleeping on a comfortable bed. Anybody I've ever talked to who's been in the military, I say, what did you miss the most? And if they've been out in the fields, they say their bed. Coming home, besides like their family and everything else, it's their bed that they absolutely miss. So make a list of 50 things. I challenge you to do it today. So that's the number one thing in aligning to true wealth. The next thing is I showed my Clear Insights program this little trick about aligning to true wealth, and a couple people shared with me that they really liked it. And then I shared it with somebody at a baseball game, and they ended up giving me their wallet and showing me that something changed for them. So the number 2 thing of aligning with wealth is your wallet. Now, this is one of my older wallets, but I love the feel of it. It's a hobo wallet, and hobos they're not a cheap wallet, right? My one girlfriend said to me, and it kind of made sense, when you're a woman over 40, you should be able to have a good wallet, save for it, create some wealth, some abundance in your life by having a good wallet. Now, here's what your wallet should look like. My girlfriend also said, have a nice purse. She said, if you're over 40, even if you have one purse, invest in a nice purse, like something that holds your wealth, right? It's your container. I don't think I have my purse here. It's your container for wealth. So of all the things that you should have on your body, a great purse and a great wallet would really help bring you into more alignment of wealth. And here's why. So here's some tricks. So you see in my purse, I have everything in order. All my cards are in the same way. The money that I keep in my purse, the biggest bills are closest to me, and they're always in order, and they're always like upright. So that is a really important thing. I don't have any receipts here. When I do get receipts, I keep them here, and I try my best to clean them out on a weekly basis, my receipts. Some of my Costco's cards are here, and then some of my medical cards, as well as some business cards I keep in this area. So I keep everything very aligned for wealth. And I don't keep much change in my purse, and I keep it separate. So it's just a little secret about aligning to wealth. I heard this on Oprah one time about feng shuiing your wallet, and I've done it ever since, and it really does make a difference. I would always keep a little cash on you. I have learned to keep a little cash on me too, because you just never know when you might need some cash, and then keep your bills all in incremental fashion. I really think that energetically, it's really helped me to align to keeping my mind around wealth and abundance. I never let my purse be empty, because then that has a feeling of emptiness. So feng shui your wallet. Yeah. So the next thing, and I did this in an event. I was in Allentown in a speaking engagement at a wellness expo, and I helped people to teach them to align with their own wealth. And the next thing, the number 3 thing to align with wealth, is to take out an envelope and put your first name and then your full address here and then your return address here and put a real stamp on it. So that's the first assignment. Now what you're going to do for the next assignment is take out your checkbook. And I want you to look at a date about a year from now when you think that you want to manifest or bring into your life a certain income. So if it's $100,000 in the next 12 months, or if it's $1 million or $10 million in the next 12 months, pick a date that feels in alignment with you, who you are. Write that at the top of your check. I don't even know if I have checks in here. Write that at the top of your check, the amount of money that you want to manifest and the date. So make it a futuristic date. If you think you want it tomorrow, then you can do it tomorrow if that's your thing. But I suggest leaving the universe a year to fulfill the commitment that you're asking it to do. Make sure, it's really important, that it's filled out just like a regular check. And in the memo portion, what I'd like you to put is what you did to earn that money. So for me, starting in June, I'm writing my book or organizing the book and the other parts of it that I've already written, and including the other parts. So I put in here for my Akashic Record book. So whatever it is that you think that you want to do to manifest that money, it could be speaking and being a speaker. It could be whatever it is that you feel that you have a gift that's going to make you the amount of money that you want. So after you write that check, you're going to put it in the envelope and you're going to mail it to yourself. And once you get it back home, you're going to take that check and you're going to put it in your really nicely organized wallet, and you're going to keep it. You're going to keep it in your wallet. And this is my check. And this is manifested. I'm going to manifest it on my birthday, which is February 5th, 2019. And so it's it says here, for my big dream, the journey of the sacred soul map. So it didn't have anything to do with my book. It has to do with that. That's what I put on my check. So let me tell you the one thing not to do yet with this check. So I take my wallet, I go into the bank, and my son had given me a check that he earned from working with an elderly woman. And so he said, "Mom, can you cash my check?" I said, "Of course, I'm on your bank account." So I take the check in, give it to the bank owner, or the attendee, the teller. And he looks at me, he looks at the check, and I said, "Well, it's for my son." And he goes, "Really?" And I said, "Well, yeah." He said, "All right." He goes, "Well, do you want me to cash this? Like, what do you want me to do with it?" I'm like, "It's a check, and this is a bank. Yeah, I want you to cash it and put it in my account." He said, "Did you see the amount?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And I'm thinking, it's $300. And he turns the check around. It is my $10 million check. So I took my check into the bank, and I usually don't cash checks. So when I went to hand him the check, I gave him the $10 million check. But you know what was interesting? What happened next is the bank wasn't very full, and all of us, all of the tellers and the assistant managers, we all start talking about this check. And I told them the little thing that I just told you, to write, take out an envelope, write themselves a check and mail it. What I didn't tell them is this part. So where I heard this story from was Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was on the Oprah show one time, and Oprah must be my theme of the day. And he wrote a $10 million check for himself to make in the entertainment business. I think he put something like that on the bottom of his check. So move forward 3 years, and he had post-dated the check for 3 years from the date that he had in which he was living. The thing that I found interesting and never knew about Jim Carrey, it was his family life was really challenging. They were very poor and homeless and living out of an RV, not an RV, but like a Volkswagen van at one point in their lives. So he had some financial challenges in his life, but he still had a really big dream. He said right before the check was, he said, almost completely worn out in 3 years' time of keeping it in his wallet, in the back pocket of his pants. And he said just about the time the check was ready to fall apart, but prior to the date that was written on the check, he found out that he was going to receive $10 million for Dumb and Dumber. So not so dumb, right? If this could work for one person, I start thinking, why can't it work for me too? And why can't it work for you? Jim Carrey has brought many things of abundance and wealth in his life. So have many other people that have started from nothing. I mean, God bless Oprah. Look at her. She really had a hard life. Maya Angelou. There's a lot of people that didn't have something and then had something. So we've already, I want to just review for a moment, we've already taken inventory of what we have in our lives, our health, our loved ones, our friends. Maybe you live in a house and maybe it's paid for. You have a roof over your head, or you have an awesome bed that just supports your body at night. And whatever it is, what if you have pets? So we've already taken inventory, we've written a check, and we've mailed the check. And once you get the check home, then you put it in your wallet in order, right? Now you think, gee, Candy, this is so simple, but have you done it yet? Sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful things. Sometimes it's saying, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's saying, I love you. It doesn't have to be earth-shattering to really make a difference in life. So I really challenge you to do the first two things that I said. Actually, we took inventory, we wrote a check, and we cleaned our purse. So we really did all three things that I had on my list. The one thing I want you to observe when you do this process is this. So I planned on doing this, right? I got my checkbook out. I couldn't find an envelope. Then I couldn't find a stamp. Then I had to take it to the post office. Do you know how many days it took me to do that? Now, this was a free exercise. This wasn't rocket science. It took me almost 2 weeks to do this. And I want to be honest about it because that's what it took. Then it took me 4 days to receive this envelope back to my own home. That's almost impossible. I went right to our main post office. So what the universe was showing me and telling me, and energetically, what I had to do is get back in alignment with the energy of money, because there was something in my belief system that was holding me back from doing a free exercise that was going to manifest $10 million in my life. If I told you all out there this was an absolute 100% guarantee, what would you do? Jim Carrey did it. So I really want you to pay attention to what you do with this assignment. Why not do it? There is nothing to lose except 50-some cents and an envelope. That's about it. Guess what I didn't do next? The envelope comes back after 4 days of waiting. It comes back, and I set it on my desk. Because I missed the part, I should say, I missed the part where Jim Carrey says he put it in his wallet. Now, I really enjoy listening to the metaphysical way that Jim Carrey thinks, because sometimes I think he's one of the few people speaking the raw truth, because he really doesn't have anything to lose anymore. At least that's my opinion. And so I never put the check in my purse because I completely missed that part. So how long is it going to take you, once you get your check, to put that check that you manifested in your purse, in your wallet? So the second challenge, besides doing these 3 things, is observation, which really is number 4. Observation of how you handle this assignment. It doesn't cost you anything. You might get something out of it. And I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but what if energetically it is? It sure was for Jim Carrey. He says that he would stand out like by waterways and just ask for what he wanted from the universe. And that's the 5th thing I'm going to actually add to this today, is the questions that we ask in the universe aligns us or disconnects us from wealth. So saying, I really want that financial whatever, I really want that 10 million, I need it. That energy really isn't in alignment to abundance. Abundance is believing and creating a mental and emotional container to hold your abundance in, to carry around a container that will support your finances and support your financial goals. Even if you're having challenges with finances right now, I challenge you even more to do this exercise. And if you say, well, I can't afford a $100 or a $200 wallet, I don't necessarily recommend going out and getting a used one. But if you think about getting a used one, I know that there's a couple stores. I know I bought a beautiful, really expensive purse for a very reasonable price at a consignment store that's a little higher end. So that might be a suggestion, because those people at some point were able to afford that purse. So right there, to me, that aligns with abundance. If it's in good shape and it's a nice purse or wallet, then that is really in alignment to have your container to create wealth. The other thing about a wallet, this has red tones in it. I have another wallet that really is a great abundance creator. I don't have it sitting on my desk. That's what I was looking for. And it's bright red. So something in bright red also is very much in alignment with wealth. Don't put bright red in your kitchen. It causes you to overeat. But bright red for your wallet is great with energy, as well as your front door. There's so many little tweaks about energy in life. Hi, Kelly. There's so many little things about our energy in life that if we just tweak them just a little bit, more can come into our lives. So I hope you enjoyed the Candy Show today. If anybody has a question, please post below before I head out. And I hope that this was exciting for you to do over the course of the next 24 hours, bringing more abundance into your life, getting your wallet in order, your credit cards in alignment, everything that can bring you wealth, and take an inventory of what you already have in life. That love, that good home, children, family, pets, good food every night. Very few of us probably that are watching Facebook are missing a meal today. Thank the dear Lord, right? So I'm sending so many blessings from above. And thank you for anybody that joined me today. I'm sending a big kiss. And sharing in your abundance and believing that you can have and manifest everything that you truly desire in your life. Have a great day. Bye.